Alright guys, we are back on the world end grind here, starting with Mew's Path, which should be the end, hopefully, and we should find out who the Yomibito is, or other, though we have a pretty clear idea. So, it's the first day of club activities during summer break. We're supposed to start research on our presentations. Hey Mana. This is white text, so I'm going to go ahead and read this. I've been doing some research on the Yomibito legend. Could you hear me out? Well, on the final day before summer break, Miss Yamashiro suggested that I work with Amana since I'm new to this town. That means we're the only pair giving a presentation together. Miss Yamashiro assigned us our topic, the Yomibito legend. It's a classic summer story in this town. Although it's hard to work with Amana when she doesn't respond at all. Her sudden question causes me to lean towards her. I did a lot of research in the library, but there aren't many records from 100 years ago. I mostly found rumors. I looked online too, but I couldn't find any credible literature that wasn't filled with embellishments. She stops responding again. Asagi suddenly jumps into our conversation. This would usually annoy me, but today it's a lifesaver. I wouldn't really say we're getting along. That's not exactly the kind of remark that makes me want to thank him.
確かに二人ともどこか似てるっていうかね。何？
ええよな。無口なアマナでもペアになれてよ。俺なんか相変わらず孤独な青春を送ってるってのに。
It's not like we're dating.
ああ、一体俺って何のためにこのミスケンに入ったんだって話ですよ。
何のためよ。
ユキノッチ、当たり前のこと聞かないでもらえる？俺なんか色気のないマイミでいいって言ってんのに。
ケンスケ、マイミ姉さん。はいはい。もうケンスケ君の話に付き合ってると全然課題が進まないから。確かにここに来るとぼーっとテレビを見ているようで。
ダメだな花子。悪いけど俺はちょっとずつ進んでるぜ。俺のテーマを。
ケンスケ。
そんなのつまんねえだろ。
Okay, I'm gonna assume. Okay, here we go. Sorry guys, I don't want to just go through all the crap. It's just annoying that Asagi is doing the same thing. We already heard it. Okay. Okay. Mai puts up Asagi in a headlock, and this is how things get off track all the time. Excuse me. Amana suddenly speaks out to me, and I hurriedly turn back to her. Can you summarize what you've learned and tell me about it next time? I think I have more knowledge about the town than you do, but it's not practical for me to tell you everything. I can consider what you find out after I see it. What do you say? Okay. Look at the clock when it says that it's almost noon. Wait, Amana. I stop her as she's about to leave. Oh. Bye. Apparently I'm not supposed to choose to have lunch. Fortunately, I would love to have lunch, but that's not how we do it. Doesn't even say bye to me, man. I'll do more research on my assignment on my own. I do feel a little sorry for Amana, who is more knowledgeable. Isn't there something I can look up? Oh, I know. I might be able to find some books about this town in the school library. Didn't you say you already went there? And, alright. I'm going to cut it until we find some interesting stuff. But we are on Mew's Path. Well, this really has nothing to do with Mew, but for some reason I'm dreaming about Miss Yamashiro. So, there you go. I'm being alone with you. I'm not gonna... Okay, what? There you go, guys. Just a little treat. We get an achievement for it. This is the residential area with many old houses. The summer festival is coming up, and many of them have pinwheels. The pinwheels are in a variety of different colors. I take out a notepad and count them as I see them. I almost found almost 30 pinwheels as I made my way around the area, but they were limited to the same 5 colors. Red, blue, yellow, green, and purple. Red, blue, green, yellow, purple. Sorry, I just connected that. But they're all roughly in those 5 colors. Why is that? I look over to see an old woman reaching out to adjust a pinwheel hanging on the front door. I speak out to her. Ma'am, can I help you fix that?
ごめんね。ちゃんとくっつけておかなかったんですかね。風車が風に負けて傾いちゃうなんて。
I pick up the pinwheel that had been knocked askew and put it back where it should be, then secure it in place. Ugh, sorry, that'll do.
ありがとうよ。あんた、 見かけない顔だけど、旅行者ってわけでもなさそうだな。
I explained that I'd moved here in
そ
June.
うかそうか。若い人が来てくれるのは嬉しいことだな。
I jump on this opportunity to ask her about the pinwheel colors. This pinwheel is beautiful. Does the color have any special meaning?
色か。色は考えたことがなかったな。けどそれ以上はちょっと知らんな。もし詳しく知りたいのなら高上神社に行って聞くとえ。あそこは夏祭りに風車を大量に飾るんじゃが、頑張ってな。
The old lady turns away from me. She disappears into her house, and the door shuts firmly on our conversation. Takagami Shrine. I should go there before it gets dark. So we did do something. We were able to talk to Mai, and we were like, "Oh, we researched this. The colors apparently to Mew, or not Mai, sorry, yeah, to Mew, represent emotions. So like love, whatever. That's all I think they said. But that's what I think the colors represent. But we're trying to find out based on what other people think. Inside the shrine grounds, I see the priest sweeping a walkway with the. I didn't see that with a broom. Okay. I don't know what else he would be sweeping with, but I didn't see the last word. As I start talking to him, he stops sweeping and smiles at me. I want to talk to him about the pinwheels. I want to talk to him. Oh, I guess I thought I read that wrong. There are 5 different colors used of the pinwheels. Each one represents a certain value of human nature.
緑、赤、紫、黄、青。これは陰陽道での5行にも通ずると言われておりますが、実際はもっと気に近いものと考えられております。
Life energy?
はい。人は生命力の源であり、人それぞれ性格が違うように異なる色合いを持つ。
So the pinwheels represent this life energy.
そういうことになりますね。
I'm not familiar with folklore and legends. The more I hear about it, the more confusing it gets. But at least I was able to learn the meaning of the 5 colors. I'll tell Amon about it at our next club meeting. I thank the priest and leave the shrine. Sorry guys, I'm so fast. It didn't say event, so I didn't think it was gonna happen. We went to the Mew Cafe, and it's raining, it's pouring. This is where we would usually pick up Mai and Yukino from the movies, but we wanted to talk to Mew about whatever. Yeah, okay, so stuff happens. Amana doesn't have an umbrella. I wonder if she's taking cover from the rain somewhere. I can go find her. I don't think that's going to be necessary. Amana, I'm back. Amana's soaking wet as if she had jumped into a pool with her clothes on. The thin clothing of her uniform sticks to her skin, exposing her delicate frame. I feel my heart beating. And you could give her this. And we get to see a cute little photo of her. Our very first one of Mew. Yamato throws me a towel. I catch out of the air. The rainwater drips from her hair into the space between her breasts. I quickly look away, embarrassed. I awkwardly hold up the towel. Are you okay?
大丈夫
Without looking at me, she takes the towel and walks away like a marathon runner at a water stop.
大丈夫だからシャワー浴びてくる
Mana disappears throughout the back door without a look.
転校生君、心配ならバスルームの前で着替えでも用意して待ってるか？
Stunned, I turn around.
で、ご注文は？
Yamato smiles and sinister. Oh, Yamato's smile is sinister. After Mana disappeared upstairs, she didn't come back down to the cafe. But I did wait. And there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. Shoot. Sorry, guys. Nothing really. I mean, I just didn't want you guys to miss that picture. I don't see Amana in the club room. I heard that she called Miss Yamashiro and said that she had a cold. It's probably from being out in the rain yesterday. Seeing that I'm having to work alone, Asaki jumps on the opportunity to mess with me. Hey, bud. Oh, sorry.
アマナに愛想をつかされ、ようやく俺の元に戻ってきたか。
Saya and Mai start sticking their noses in it, and soon the club room is chaos as usual, even without Mew. I wonder if she caught a summer cold from last night's storm. By noon, I was so worried about Mew that I ran out to the club room earlier than usual. Is that it? No. Even during summer break, the place is full of customers around lunchtime. As I open the door, I see Yamato running around the cafe as a server.
ああ、君か。悪いけどカウンターしか空いてないからそこでいいかな。
He was in here. For a moment, I consider leaving, but I end up taking a seat at the end of the counter.
こんな日に限って大盛況なんてついてるんだかついてないんだか。
Yamato seems to be running this place all by himself. Did Miu catch a cold?
俺は元気だけど。
I mean, Miu.
ミユ？ああ、ミユか。そうなんだよ。あれから高熱出しちゃってさ、珍しく部屋にこもりっぱなし。それなのにこのくっそ忙しいランチタイムを一人で乗り切らないといけないとは。
Yamato complains as he places a fresh brewed coffee on a train. Did I just say coffee?
ああ、ごめん。このコーヒー、窓際のおじさんに持って行ってくれない？
Me?
頼むよ。他にいねえんだ。
I take the tray from Yamato and bring the coffee to the table by the window.
悪いね。あとこれ、ソファー席の奥さんたちに。
He puts 2 plates of spaghetti with meat sauce on the counter. Though I'm confused, I put them on the tray and take them to the customers, he pointed out. Just as a formality, I thank the woman for their patience.
いやー、ほんと悪い。なんかこき使っちゃってるみたいで。
It's okay, I'm free anyway. I can help out until lunch is over if you want. Yamato's face brightens up.
マジ？助かる。それじゃあ、カウンターの内側にエプロンがあるから。
Apron? I go around the counter and take a look. Is that Miu's costume? I feel trapped. What is it? You can't just leave me like that. What was it? It's past 2 p.m. The lunch rush is finally over. Just as the last of the people leave through the door, I sit at the counter and bury my face in my arms. I'm tired. If I think about it, I haven't done any manual labor in a long while.
いやー、自分で作ったランチメニューをこれほど恨んだ日はないな。
I agree. I get lunch A and lunch B, but there are C and D and so on. Lunch X, lunch Y, and lunch Z. Does anyone really need that many choices?
どうせならアルファベット最後まで制覇しておこうかと。
Besides, you clearly ran out of ideas. What's this lunch Z Kitty's favorite miso soup combo?
味噌汁ぶっかけライスプラス味噌汁のセットな。斬新だろ？ワイルドだろ？
It's old in so many ways.
いや、でも助かったよ。転校生くんのおかげでなんとか乗り切れた。あ、そうそう。君のウェイトレス姿も。
Of course I did, in an apron with frilly pink lace trimmings. It's gotta be for a woman, or maybe Amana had a spare apron. I hate myself for putting this on.
では、最後の仕上げにと。
Bring what out? Yamato turns off the stove and tries a taste of what he'd been cooking.
これくらい薄味の方がいいだろう。どうせ熱で味なんてわからないんだからな。
He places a small pot on the counter.
はい、これ。ミユの昼飯。階段上がって手前右の部屋な。
He hurries back into the kitchen, so I have to take this to Mew now. I lift the lid off the small clay pot and a cloud of steam meets my eyes. It's porridge with an egg. First time I get to see her room. I guess anyone else's room. Up the stairs and on the right. I carefully walk up the stairs, making sure to keep the tray balanced. The first door on the right has the name Mew written on it in very cutesy font. Wouldn't expect that from her. The name has a lot of hearts around it too. I gulp. For some reason my heart is beating. Well, maybe I should knock first. I shuffle the tray around in my arms and lightly knock twice on the door with my right hand. It's me. Wait for a moment, there's no response. Yamato asked me to bring you some porridge. Wait a little longer, still nothing. Guess there's no choice but to go in. I'm opening the door. Oh. I don't even know what I was expecting, but not this. I turn the doorknob and push the door open with my shoulder. There's a sweet, gentle scent in the air. Is this really Amana's room? As soon as I have that thought, I'm struck by a feeling somewhat like dizziness. I can feel myself panicking. The room is filled with stuffed animals. I shouldn't be surprised. Amana is a girl after all. This is Amana's room. Okay, it's just saying she likes cute things. This is a canopy bed across the room from me. Amana is asleep in it. Amana. No response. I can hear her breathing heavily. I'll leave your porridge here. I put the tray down on beside the table. My job here is done. All I have to do now is leave the room. Are you alright? I shouldn't have spoken to her. I vaguely regret it. Of course, she doesn't answer. I quietly look into her face. I was wondering if there was going to be a picture. Her cheeks are flushed. When I see that, my heart skips a beat. What is this sensation? Mana's eyes open slightly and she catches me.
どうしてあなたが
No, you should eat some of your lunch.
お世話出てって
What?
風映るから
I don't mind.
バカじゃないの
Why don't you drink some water?
大丈夫もう出てって
Amana's annoyed. I step back towards the door. I looked into the pinwheels. I wanted to talk to you as soon as possible. You'll get better soon. I'll be waiting. Bye. Bye. That it?
よ持って行ってくれたかいみ
She didn't seem well.
ああだろうな39度以上熱があったからなこんな時母親みたいなのがいてくれればいいんだけど
I heard she lost her mother when she was little.
ああそうかいや買い出しに行かせた俺も悪いけどあいつも頑固だからなあ手伝ってくれてありがとな俺もミュウがいないと困っちまうから
Do you need me to stay here and help out some more? I have some time today.
え
It's okay. I don't have any plans anyways. You don't need to pay me.
変わってるな
Okay, I was like, at least pay me, man.
じゃあ今日だけ手伝ってもらおうかなその代わり腹が減ったら何でも作ってやるから
He winks at me. Is the back to the suburbs. Ended up working until 9 o'clock that night. Yamato gave me some money for my trouble. I refused to take it, but he forced me to, saying he'd want to ask for my help later. The employee rice omelet he made for dinner was very tasty. It's Miu's favorite, she said. He said, however, I didn't get a chance to see Miu again that day. And there we go. Stop me.
昨日はありがとな
Sure, is
まだ寝
Mana?
てるよ昨日よりはいいみたいだけどあんだけ熱があったからな午前中は客も少ないし俺一人で回せるから大丈夫だよ
There's no point in hanging around here alone. I leave the cafe. Okay. Says I have to go back though. Literally, the only option is to keep going back here.
おお転校生くんいいところにちょっと忙しくなってきたんで
I gladly agree.
ああエプロンはカウンター
I have to wear this again. Again, as a waitress, I start helping out as a server, but Yamato was the one to bring Mana her porridge this time.
なんか転校生くんに弱った姿を見られるのがは
Well, I can understand that. I helped Yamato at the cafe until early evening. And we go back to the suburbs. There. As I'm about to finish up, people start coming in for dinner. I decided to stay and help Yamato.
助かったよこれ少ないんだけど
Yamato gives me some money. The quick rice omelet he made was delicious this time too. Dang, we just keep going on back to that freaking cafe.
ああ君かミユなら買い出しに行ったけど
I've literally had no other choice but to only come here. Is she feeling better now?
無理するなとは言ったんだが元気みたいだし久しぶりに外に出たいって言うからさ
I decided to go to the shops along Sazanami Street. Okay. There are only a few people on Sazanami Street right now. I see a petite girl in front of the supermarket. Mew. My voice came out louder than expected. Mana shudders at my outburst. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout like that. How do you feel?
大丈夫入ったでしょ
What?
私の部屋勝手に入った
Well, no, because Yamato asked me.
不法侵入プライバシーの侵害だから
As usual, her tone is harsh.
私に構わないで
Sorry.
謝ること
No, I didn't think about your feelings. If I upset you, I'm sorry. But I'm glad you got better.
買い物あるから
Okay.
ありがと
Huh? Mana disappears into a store. Was it just me or did she thank me? She did thank. Is that the first time? August 10th in the afternoon, we go to the station. And we go to... Vent? Nope. It's just Mew. Okay. When Amana suddenly speaks to me, my heart jumps as if I've been stabbed.
私前回休んじゃって今日の発表について何も相談できてないから
That's true. I wanted to speak with you too because I did some research on my own.
ごめん
It's not your fault you had a bad fever.
今ここで少しやろ
We sit in two chairs next to each other and place our notebooks on the desk. I did some research on the pinwheels.
うん
In Mihate Town, there are tractors for the life energy of people. I tell Amana what I'd learned from my investigations. She listens, her face never changes expression. She doesn't open her mouth until I've completely finished talking.
人の気には色があるの色は人それぞれその人の生きる力が色に現れる
Mine's probably like a boring dark gray, which actually I would prefer. I like dark gray. Is that from your grandmother too?
そう生き方によって色は変わるって
Mine would still be dark gray. Is it like an aura? Okay, we know what aura
多
is.
分気を視覚として捉えたものそれがオーラと呼ばれているんだろうって
Their vitality appears as a colored area around them. I sigh. In that case, my aura is probably gray or something really dull.
そんなことない
Amana mumbles something. I quickly look at her. She's staring at me. I feel like her eyes are penetrating my entire body. Amana?
なんでもない早
What,
く
what
進め
color is mine then? Huh? I know you can see it. Was she able to see my aura? I have questions, but I feel like she's refusing to continue talking about it. We have some free time after lunch. We're giving our presentations in the hallway. Okay.
それじゃあ
At Miss Yamashiro's prompting, we hesitantly stand up in front of the others.
私たちのテーマは100年前の読み人事件についてです
I'm surprised by Amana's solid delivery. She wrote my part of the script too, so all I have to do is read it. It seems that our presentation is going to finish without any problems, and then
最後にこの町に伝わる読み人伝説を我々生ある者たちはどう咀嚼していくべきなのか
what? That's not part of the script. Amana's improvising. Or maybe this was part of her plan all along.
人々は聞き伝えていくほどに自らの願いや正義を織り交ぜていきますそれが伝承
そうだよな。昔のカチカチ山は最後悪いタヌキがいいウサギに殺されるらしいからな。
それって全然いいウサギじゃないじゃん。
時代の価値観を反映していくから民族学は面白いのよでは伝承のその始まりもフィクションだと言えるのでしょうかそれは誰にもわかりませんだけど私はこう思うのですそこには願いが込められているとその通りね読み人伝説は人の願いが作り出した
おいさや、お前反論しないのかよ。上城の手柄が嘘話だって言われてるようなもんだぞ。
誰しも思想は自由ですからただ
Everyone sits up straight at Amana's voice.
他にまだ隠された文献はあるそう考えますこれについてはいずれ以上です
Amana bows. I quickly bow as well.
はいどうもありがとうみんなお疲れ様
What will you do, Mew? Miss Yamashiro stands up. I know it's you. You're Bito.
発表はどれも面白かったわねそれじゃあアサギくんは後でレポートで再提出ということで
その
なんで
Okay, they're just talking about his being bad. Okay, he's snoring. We go outside. Here we go. This is where some interesting stuff always happens. I don't think I should be wandering around the garden at night, so I sit on the veranda. I still didn't look this up. Veranda, and I look up the stairs. There's nothing but silence. The subject of my thought is Mew. How could she state her opinion so boldly at the end of the presentation? It felt like she was talking about her whole life philosophy, not just reading a script for a summer camp report. Amana is Amana. Mew, Amana. Figure passes by in front of me. It's Mew, no way. Was I thinking about Amana so much that I just hallucinated her? The figure doesn't notice me and moves toward the back of the Kamishiro Manor grounds. By instinct, I stand up and begin to follow this person. Instinct, yeah, sure. This is new. The figure goes all the way to the tip of the cape and stops at the very edge. After looking out at the ocean for a while, the person starts to look around the area. They seem to be looking for something rather than being on alert. What should I do? Should I say something as I'm wondering what to do? The figure crouches down. I hear heavy breathing. Mana. I speak out without even realizing what I'm doing.
嘘。
What are you doing here?
あなたには関係ない。
You're always pushing me away like that. You're... I see a light glitter across the ocean. There's a tiny reef out. There's a tiny reef out along the coast. Where are we? The tip of where we are. God, the tip of the cape is the closest spot on the land to that point. It's no place for anyone to be. I think when I see the glimmer in the distance. The light flickers in the bushes out on the sandbar. Amana follows my eye lines and turns toward the reef.
多分あそこ
What is?
この町の真実がおばあちゃんがそう言ってた。
The truth?
今夜は二度とないチャンスなの。見逃して。私あそこに行かなきゃいけない。
Now listen, I'm gonna go there with
理
you.
由は聞かないで。お願い。
How are you going to get there?
地下道。それを探してたんだけど。
I look around just like Amana did earlier. My eyes get used to the darkness. After a while, I realize that part of the fence is slightly wrong. It's hard to tell in the dark, but a part of the fence sticking out over the cape has a small door. I try pushing against it, but I think it's rusted shut. I climb over the fence and land on the other side.
危ないよ。
Look, there are stairs here. About 3 feet below the edge, there are stairs leading down the inner side of the cape. It looks like we can go down this way. What do you think?
ここからは私が行くから。もう戻って。
You can't push me out now. Let me help, and I won't ask you for a reason I'm coming with you. I hold out my hand to Amana. She hesitates for a moment, then grabs my hand. I hold her hand tight and pull her over the fence to the stairs. Okay, Amana loses her balance and hovers over me. I smell something sweet. It was the same thing I smelled in that room, Amana's room.
ごめん。
Let's hurry. Oh, no picture. Okay. We descend along the dark quay wall. The long staircase leads downwards, turning into an underground passage. I turn on the flashlight on my phone. Amana?
何？
I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but can I hold your hand?
あ？
It's dark and you can't see where you're walking. I reach out to Amana. Her soft hand squeezes me back. We proceed down the tunnel in silence. The only sound is our footsteps echoing early along the passageway. The tunnel isn't all that long. There's another staircase leading upwards, clearly a way to the reef. We go up it slowly. After a while, the staircase turns into bare stone. Finally, the sky appears over our heads. The Kamashiro Manor is visible on the opposite shore. We're obviously crossed over to the reef.
あそこ。
We see a slight light flickering, so we start going in that direction. Light turns out to be a bear light bulb. I don't know why. Whatever. In an old Shinto shrine. A place like this? Is this what you were looking for?
だと思う。
Should we go inside? Mana nods firmly. Yo, I'm getting hyped. What is it? The shrine isn't that big inside, though we don't know who turned it on. A dying fluorescent light is shining eerily. I don't know. Eerie. There's a small altar in the back, and the walls along both sides are crammed with stacks of books on the shelves. Mana runs up to the books and begins slipping through them. What are you looking for? Mana doesn't answer and keeps looking intensely through the books. I should leave her alone. I take a look around. There's a binder on one of the shelves. It appears to be relatively new compared to the other books. Are you looking for a notebook or something? This one looks different from the others.
なんて書いてある？
The cover says, Sayori. Wait, frick, who's Sayori? I can't really make it out. I think this is a birth certificate inside. Oh, right.
多分違う。
I put it back on the shelf. As I make my way through the stack, something catches my eye. There is one book on a wooden chair. It looks more like a day planner. Unlike the other books, this one looks as if someone had been reading it very recently. I pick it up. The outside cover has no title, but the first page on the inside says Yomibito Records. I flip through it. There are several pages written out by hand in crabbed writing. The other pages are blank. The Yomibito are originally in the town of Satsu, maybe Satu. The handwriting is very hard to make out. I give up. I'm about to put the book back where I found it when I see Amana staring at me. What?
その本貸して。
He marches up to me and snatches the book out of my hands.
これよ。
I can tell she's excited.
スマホ出して。
I do as she asks.
カメラ
I open up the camera app.
貸して。
Amana takes my phone. This is how I get her ring information. It names the camera at the book, taking pictures of all the written pages.
これでいい。出ましょう。
Amana grabs my arm and leads me out of the shrine. Mana, what on earth was...
100年前の読み人事件に関するメモ。ずいぶん前に天名家からなくなったの。
You mean it was stolen? Shouldn't you take it back with you then?
私たちはことを荒立てない。内容は撮影したから今はいい。
We? Who's we? I stopped mid-sentence. I can feel someone coming this way. Mana seems to have noticed it as well, and we rush over to hide in the shade of the tree. It's Mibu. It has to be Mibu. Or it could be the dad. There's a rattling sound as someone pushes through the underbush. Finally, a figure emerges. The frenzied voice belongs to a man. We crouch low and hold our breath. The figure stops and seems to be looking around. Shh. Cover him on his mouth with my hand. The man holds his breath for a moment, then sighs expansively and walks into the shrine. Who was that? Oh, sorry. I quickly pull my hand away.
苦しかったんだけど
Sorry, it was a spur of the moment thing.
今の男の人だった。
Door opened suddenly.
まさかあいつ
It sounds like Mibu. We're stiff and all we can do is pray that we're not spotted. The man walks past toward the keep, gasping hard. I wait until I feel the presence is gone before I let myself breathe again. Could that have been Mibu, maybe?
あんな感情的な人だった。
I'm not sure. Should we head back?
帰りの地下道は一本道だし、今あそこを戻ると危険かも。
We sit under the tree and decide to kill some time. I suddenly realize that Amana is leaning over me. Her flesh skin is moist and I can feel my heart beating faster and faster. Why am I getting excited at a time like this? I feel frustration at my own carelessness. I wonder what was written in that book Amana was looking for. I wonder if she'll ever tell me about it. It's on your phone, dude. Amana is suddenly leaning against my shoulder. My heart beats even faster. Why am I getting excited over Amana? I look into her face, resting against me. She's asleep. That I really just one picture won't hurt. It's past 2 a.m. We're in the small hours of the morning. Amana slept the entire time. Yo, that was a lot. And we still got an event. We ended up waiting until the sun came up before we went down into the tunnel. We were able to make it back to the others before everyone woke up, but...
なんでお前そんなにカニ
Hey, bug bites. Okay, I think this is fine. And there we go. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. What is in that book?